Are you a new car owner and you are concerned about how much tire pressure you should keep on your car? You take your car to a tire inflation shop and they fill more air in your car tire. And you are very upset about it and you don't even know what the exact tire pressure should be on your car. If all these things are bothering you, then don't worry guys, I'm going to clear all your doubts in this video, and this will be your guide of your car tire inflation. Now guys, whichever car you use, I will tell you in this video how much air you should be filling in your tires or how much PSI you should be keeping on your tires. So let's get the video started. Now before moving on to how much tire pressure we should keep on our car, first let's talk about why we should top up our air pressure regularly. Well guys, if the air pressure in your tire is less, then it will directly affect your mileage. Yes guys, now because the air pressure in your tire is less, your tire will get a good grip of the road guys, and it will move with that good grip, and now your car needs more power to go ahead. Have you guys ever experienced a flat tire on your motorcycle or on your cycle? When you try to move the motorcycle with your hands and when you are taking it walking, it becomes very difficult to move the motorcycle because there is no air in your tire and your tire is now getting a good grip of the road, and that is the reason why it becomes difficult to move the vehicle. Same happens guys when your air pressure in your car tires are less. Now it needs more power to move the car forward, and so directly your mileage is affected and your average goes down. So if your car is giving less average, then immediately go and check your tire pressure guys. Maybe your tire pressure is too low. Now let's see when we should fill up our tires, because most of the time guys, we fill air in our tires when we go to fill up the petrol on the petrol pump. There is a free air supply there. You make use of that and you fill your tires there. Or if sometimes if your tire pressure is too less, then you go to a tire inflation shop or a tire repair shop and you fill air in your tires there. Now the thing to note here is guys, you should be filling up air in your tires when they are cold, and the tire gets cold when it is sitting in the garage for a long time. Now by the time you reach the petrol pump or the tire repair shop, you have to drive the vehicle to a certain distance. And when you drive the vehicle to a certain distance, the tires are hot now. And now when you fill them up with air, when the tires are expanded because of the heat, you will put more air in your tires. And when there is more air in your tires guys, your car will become bouncy. It will turd a lot because your tires also absorb certain shocks guys, apart from your shock absorbers. And now because you have filled too much air in your tires, they cannot absorb the minor shocks on the road. And that is the reason why your car becomes bouncy and it turds a lot. So keeping the right air pressure is also very important guys, and not just filling them up with air. Now at home you don't have an air compressor to fill your tires with air. Now what you will do? So guys, nowadays easily you get those portable air compressors that you can keep in your car when you are going somewhere. They are very efficient guys, and they will help you a lot in topping up the air in your tires. So invest on a portable air compressor and always fill your tires up when your car is sitting in the garage for a long period of time. Before you start your journey, check all the tires, fill them up with necessary PSI, and now you are ready for the day. Now having said that all, let's go to a car, let's check the tire pressure, let's see how to fill up the tires, and let's see how much air pressure we should keep on our tires. No matter which car you have guys, let's go there and check it out, and all your doubts will be cleared in this video. So as you guys saw that there is so much of information written on a tire. Now whatever car you have guys, based on that I will show you guys how to find out on what PSI you should be keeping your tires according to your car. So open your car door and come down here, and here you will notice that there is a plate here. Now on this plate there is lots of good information. So let's see what is written on this plate guys. So the first thing that is written here is your tire rim size. Then it is written over here your tire size. Then the next thing that is written on this is the maximum load that you can carry in your car, means 437 total kgs you can carry in this car. And then comes the topic of this video, that is PSI, pressure. Now the pressure is divided into two parts guys.
One is normal load and one is maximum load. Normal load means you are driving the car and there is one more person sitting next to you. And maximum load means your car is full with 4 or 5 people in it. And on top of that, you have put luggage also inside. That time I will say that your car is on maximum load. So if your car is on maximum load, guys, then you should be filling up your tires with more air. And when your car is on normal load, then you should be filling up your tires with slightly less air. Now as you guys can see, it is written over here, when your car is on normal load, the pressure in your front two tires should be 230 or 33 psi. Now what is this psi, what is this bar, that I am going to tell you further in this video. So keep watching. So don't panic now only. How to measure that also I will show you in this video. And when your car is on max load, guys, then the air pressure in your tires should be 250 or 35 psi. So what is the normal load and what is the maximum load, that you guys know now. What the psi should be on the normal load, that also you guys know now. And on maximum load, how much psi you should be keeping your tires at, that also you guys know now. Now if you look on top here, guys, then it is written over here what I had told you in the introduction. This tire pressure which is written here is when your tire is cold. Means your tire should be cold when you are filling it up with air. Now in some cars the front tire pressure is different and the rear tire pressure is different. Now it depends on each car what the tire pressure should be on that car. So you should go now and look for this plate on your car and see where it is located. If you guys can't find this plate, then what is the next thing that you should be doing, that I will show you now. So now you will have to come out of the car and you will have to go on the other side of the car and open the door on the other side. And on this side also you will notice that there is a plate. On this also there is lots of good information, but that I will not show you in this video. Now on some cars the tire pressure chart can be on this side. So check the plates on both the sides. If you can't find the plate on both the sides, then open the drawer and take out your manual. Go in the content section of the manual. Look out for maintenance, and here I found the maintenance and it is showing 9 number for maintenance. So I will open the book on number 9 and I will check what is written there. Now as you guys can see, all your tire information will be written here. So little bit you will have to search here, guys. So as you guys can see, it is written here checking tire pressure, and if I turn the page you can see here the photo of the plate that I had just shown you in this video is there here. So it is written here that on that plate the tire pressure will be written. Here I could not find tire pressure written anywhere, but on some car manuals you will find it here, how much tire pressure should be there in your tires. So like this you will have to look for the information on your car manual. Once you get that, immediately take a photo of it and save it in your favorites, so that every time you go to fill your tires with air, you can check that photo and know the right tire pressure. So come on, let's put the manual back inside and let's go near the tire and we'll check first how much air is there inside of the tire, and then let's fill it up with air. So here I am come near my tire, and once you come here the first thing that you should be doing is you will have to take out the cap which is there on the valve. Once you remove the cap, here I have bought my pressure gauge which I will connect to my compressor air line so that pressured air will flow through this gauge. Now on this gauge, as you guys can see, I will lower the brightness a little bit here. So here I have reduced the brightness. So the first thing that I will do is I will connect my gauge to the valve. So here I have connected my gauge to the valve. Now in my entire line there is pressured air. Now on this gauge there are two buttons, guys. One is the trigger and one is this button. If you press this button, then the air from your tire will go out. And if you press the trigger, it will fill your tire with air, as you guys can see. Now what is written on this gauge? I will give you a closer look of that. Now in red it is written PSI here. So all the numbers which are written in red here are all of PSI. Then it is written bar here. So all the numbers that are written in black are of the bar. Now 1 bar is equal to 100 kPa, guys. Now if you guys remember the numbers that we had seen on the plate, in the front tire it was 230. What that means is 230 kPa, or you can even call it 2.3 bar, or you can even call it 33 psi. Now all these three numbers define one tire pressure, guys. So don't get confused. You'll have to take only one number and go with it. So here I will take 33 psi. So guys, just to show you now, I will leave the air from the tire by pressing this button. Now as I press this button, air is going out from the tire, guys. Now once I left the air on my gauge, it is showing slightly less than 30 psi, as you guys can see. Now I will press the trigger and I will fill the tire with air. Now like this you will have to keep the trigger pressed and then leave it and check how much tire pressure it is showing on the gauge. If it went above 33 psi or above 2.3 bar, then again you can press this button and leave some of the air out, and like this you will have to keep your tire pressure on 33 psi. Once you achieve the 33 psi, disconnect the gauge from the tire and the cap which you had taken out from the valve. Now put it back, and like this you are done putting the right air pressure in your tire. And like this you'll have to fill other 3 tires of the car as well. And then you can take your car wherever you want. And by doing this you can improve your mileage and you can improve your ride quality as well.
So that's all in this video guys, and I'm hoping that you have learnt a lot in this video. And I will see you guys in my next video now. Till then, bye and take care.